Look for a knife that feels like an extension of your hand and keep it sharp. A sharp knife requires less effort and pressure on your part, which makes slicing safer, easier, more stable, and less tiring. To find the best chef's knives, we tested 34 of them. Eliminating the duds was easy, but picking among the top performers was far more difficult. At a certain point, the question becomes less about quality and more about personal preference. How does this knife feel in your hand? Keep that in mind as you read this review, since while all of our top picks aced our tests, so did several others. We also recently evaluated more chef's knives, comparing them to our winners. While our favorites still stood out as top-notch picks, holding up to 7 years of evaluation, we found a few more blades we recommend. Wüsthof Classic 8-inch Kitchen Knife. Wüsthof knives continue to stand out for a reason. They feel hefty but comfortable in the hand with a sharp, durable blade. Like others in the Classic collection, the 8-inch has a full tang, which means the blade runs through the handle and makes the knife feel balanced when you hold it. It has a sturdy handle with rounded edges that conform to your grip. The bottom of the blade is thick and slightly rounded to help protect your fingers. It also encourages a good grip. In our tests, it could slice through ripe tomatoes as easily as it could cut delicate basil and hard carrots. It's our go-to for nearly all of our kitchen needs, and we don't have to worry about it chipping or staining. Type: Western-style knife. Material: high-carbon stainless steel. Blade length: 8 in. Pros: excelled in lab tests. Felt well-balanced. Cons: can be heavy for 2. Victorinox Fibrox 8-inch Pro Chef's Knife. If you're looking for a solid knife that you won't worry about the whole family using, consider this 8-inch from Victorinox. It's a large, reliable knife that's quite lightweight for its size. The plastic handle has an angled bolster that allows you to properly grip the knife while protecting your fingers. The blade is wide, a little thick, and quite sharp. This knife was able to handle all tasks in our lab tests. We found that we relied on the bottom portion of the blade for most tests, which actually felt nice because it was so strong. Consumer testers liked how sharp it was and that it stayed that way throughout their testing. Type: Western-style knife. Material: high-carbon stainless steel. Blade length: 8 in. Pros: handle is comfortable and protects fingers, doesn't feel delicate, and is well-balanced. Cons: blade is wider than most options. May not be as suited to delicate tasks. 3 best Japanese chef's knife. Shun Classic 8-inch chef's knife. Japanese knives are coveted for their thin, sharp blades. This 8-inch from Shun's Classic line has a straightforward, minimalist design that earns it our best overall Japanese knife title. It's lightweight with a long, rounded handle. Its thin bolster, the area where the blade meets the handle, allows you to get a good grip on the blade for more control of the knife. It glided through carrots and celery in our tests, and we were able to establish a smooth, rocking motion. It also made beautiful, thin slices of tomatoes and sticky mozzarella. I've used this knife for years in my kitchen without sharpening it and never noticed the difference from when I bought it. The one downside? It chips easily, so be sure to be extra careful with it and don't leave it on the side of your sink like I have. Luckily, Shun stands by all their products, and you can reach out to them if you encounter any problems. I'm also a big fan of Shun's Premier line. The chef's knife is gorgeous with a thicker handle that can be considered better suited for beginners. Type: Japanese style. Material: alloy steel. Blade length: 8 in. Pros: doesn't need frequent sharpening. Light yet sturdy. Cons: can chip easily. 4 MAC Professional 8-inch hollow edge. Chef's knife. Pros will appreciate this Japanese-style knife that's razor-sharp but heftier than traditional, more delicate styles. It has a sturdy handle that's similar to a Western-style knife and a short amount of space between the blade and the handle. The blade is more narrow than most chef's knives we tested and has a steeper angle from the bottom of the blade to the tip. In our tests, we found that this design allowed for more rocking and smoother cuts. We also found ourselves using the top portion of the knife more, which is typically reserved for slicing. Our chief food director, Kate Merker, relies on this knife for all of her cooking needs. She said it's reliable and stays sharp. Type: Japanese style. Material: alloy steel. Blade length: 8 in. Pros: thin blade allows for precise cuts. Lightweight and sharp. Cons: can develop rust spots easily. Make sure to dry thoroughly after every wash. Thank you for staying with us. Stay tuned with us by subscribing to receive information about new products in the future.